Alright. Time for a Skarner game. I will be playing against a Darius here. And I have a Singed on top side. I actually was planning on starting top side initially here. Like the one walking out of base on this one. However, I just like thought about it. And I'm against a Singed, which if I do start topside and he messes me up, that would be a big problem. So I'd rather clear into him with more of an advantage in that sense. So I'll actually have my levels right instead of being messed with at like basically level 1, which would not be good. It's just going to give me a much better leash. Darius wasn't really going to do much. I'm going to have to smite there, unfortunately. That leash was a bit on the sketch side of things, I will say. Yeah, actually, like, that ward's good, but I can't really start topside because if I do start topside here and Singed messes with me even slightly, that could be a problem. Especially if Darius doesn't consider helping, or if Sejuani decides like showing up is a good thing to do, right? Like I need to be a bit careful there. So just clearing this first and then just having some extra levels in that sense is going to be quite good for me. It is a little annoying that point's taken though, because that does mean that I don't have that point going into potential, like in my Raptor clear here. So I have to be keeping that in mind because my Raptor is going to be much slower. But if I run up first, I'd give away my position, which I technically could do. Okay, since use both summoners, fine. Walking up in that situation is fine. I do lose a little bit of time, but if Singed walked down in any other direction, that would have prompted me to have like a potential to kill him there. So walking up to take the point with like that in mind, and also walking up to the Singed in that situation actually does make a bit of sense there. Make sure I have all of my abilities here. Just use your W off cooldown for some shielding throughout. Elo of this game, by the way, it's like we're talking high goldish MMR thereabouts, in case I did not mention that yet. Singed is back in lane now, so I'm kind of chilling. Just gotta finish my full clear here. Sejuani is in her top side. Just ganking top lane, apparently. Okay. I want to finish my level 4. Come on, thank you. She's gonna go for Scuttle here. There she is. I'm going for that target because I know Singed doesn't have flash. Very nice. Very, very good. Knowing Singed doesn't have flash because he had the flash used right there is very big in that scenario. I could just go up into it. And then, yeah, Darius already had a pretty strong position. The force from the Sejuani there wasn't very, very helpful. For the most part. Okay, so right here, instead of walking to bot scuttle, it's actually better for me to just reset here, because if I walk the bot scuttle and waste all that time, that's going to cost me in the long run quite significantly. Actually, no, I'm trolling. I need to take these and a longsword. Yep, that's better. I am trolling even harder. Yep, cool. Sejuani actually went topside, which means that I can still run for a bot scuttle in this situation. The better move on her end would have been walking out of base to bot side, and the reason that would have been better is because potential scuttle contest, but also these two camps are leveled up on her side. So I might be able to do scuttle into her Raptor camp, or just take her Raptor camp right now, potentially. Which could be extremely favorable for me to deny her a camp in this situation. Just these plants, man, like, really annoying. Why would you ever do that? That's frustrating. Yeah, her Raptor camp is the one I have to go for here, because this is just obvious in this situation. She walked topside initially, which means I just have to kind of go for these Raptors since they are up, since she started bot side. So I can take the leveled up Raptor camp, and transitioning this might also be possible for me to take her Krugs now. I can check it with the thing. He went mid lane. That's gonna walk up, so I have no real contest in running mid lane right here. If he ran down, I would have pathed towards him, but because he ran up, I can't do that. So my only play now is just to go for the this camp, and then I can look for the bot lane gank from behind, hopefully. Come on, guys, up. That's rather disgusting, honestly, if I'm being real. Because in that specific situation, I do not know why Zyra didn't just walk up faster. Like, she had so much time. She saw me walking in from the backside all the way, and she never walked up in that scenario. Very surprising. Quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. I still, like, got the main advantage out of that. Obviously, the bot lane gank there is good, right? But you have to consider the fact that I just took Sejuani's bot side camps due to her pathing choice towards top and the respawn on their bot side camps being super valuable. So I actually took 2 leveled up camps from the Sejuani, which gives me a colossal advantage. There's some chances here that she takes my top side, but that would be okay. So for me in this situation, I'm good. I definitely do think it should have been at least 1 kill on bot side, though. I might die here. Shield myself. Actually, I think I'm fine. Yeah, we're good. The shields and the fact that Skarner's Q does max HP damage really messes the Sejuani up. Skarner is extremely good into any tank situation because you have that extra HP coming in the entire time from your shield, and then you also, of course, have your Q doing max HP damage on a very low cooldown. So the Sejuani is gonna die pretty quickly, even though she's a very tanky champion. I used my smite early there, by the way, because as you can see, I am gonna have the second smite literally on time. Maybe a little bit early there because Zyra does a lot of dragon damage, but that's why I just want to speed it up by using both smites quickly. So we're gonna go Cleaver first item. Can't buy. If I could buy the Kindle Gem, I'd buy it there, but I cannot, so I'm actually gonna buy a longsword. Going into the Cleaver. Cleaver is great first item because it gives a very good amount of like everything, really, what you want. Like the armor penetration is quite nice for the team, especially. Like you have a lot of ability haste, health, damage. Like it's really, really solid first item. For your clear now, you simply just keep spamming Q essentially, and just get your shield up whenever. I do really want to play for this Rift Herald. Sejuani's mid. Okay, I don't have to worry. I was about to say I might have to go check instantly, because if she just rushes it down, that could be good for her. But because she showed mid now, I have the opportunity here to just do red buff into Raptors and then look for the Rift Herald after that. I don't think Vlad should realistically die here, but she actually did end up doing. You just... Oh, no, I trolled myself, man. Okay, he still dies. Bless. That would have been really annoying. I smited the wrong thing. That's not good. Oh, well. I mean, I got the kill, so I'll take it. But... And Sejuani used her ult, actually. Also, this means Sejuani's top side should be up as well, because she came from bot side, right? So I should be able to realistically move towards blue here. I realized the Rift Herald's a thing, but my smite's gonna be on a cooldown for 35 seconds. I'd rather take the blue in this situation. Could have taken a point, but I didn't really want to because position things. Alright, good. Got the blue real quick. She did end up backing in that situation then, I think, because otherwise she would have shown on blue buff. Darius did a good job here starting the Rift Herald. Very clean. I can walk at Singed here. It's pretty free, I think. Ult's not up, but if the Darius like gets this right, this Singed should always die here. Alright, he did not get it right because he... I am ready to ult. I'm just gonna ult. Ulting there is just extra safety, because if he gets like a fling off and then flashes or something, it could be quite bad. We saw the Sejuani, so we're gonna danger ping our Vladimir in the position where she was at. We have 2 minutes on drag, and I think the most likely clear path for me right now would just be doing Raptors into Krugs and then resetting. He's gonna run down. I don't think I have any chances of helping my Vladimir. I pinged him beforehand. So kind of his death is his own mistake here by not just listening to my ping. So, yeah. Don't ping me, mate. Just don't ping me. I literally pinged you beforehand, and then you also ran down instead of positioning yourself towards me. I don't want to deal with it. I have way too much gold to consider that to be a good play on my end. I really don't want to do that. I actually say mute it, but I'm probably not going to mute him. It's fine. The Vlad's actually just out of his mind, like criminally out of his mind. It is what it is. We have 1 minute on Dragon, so ideally now I'd like to take my Wolves and my Gromp, and then Scuttle on bot side should spawn, and then I can use that to potentially hit level 9 going into the Dragon play, which could be quite nice. Okay. It should be fine. I just wanted to make sure to ult Fizz, because Fizz is a very slippery champion. Vlad's blind as hell, sadly. He's just too petty about it. He's never gonna show up to help anything. Yeah, okay. Now, Vlad's just clearly griefing. That's fine. Oh, he's gonna die to Lucian and Sona, I suppose. Fine. No problem. That would have been an absolutely winning play, but my mid laner is trolling, so it is what it is. He has, his ego has taken over. What can you do? Enemy team barely got out of that one alive, sadly. That's fine. Can't really change that outcome, right? Like, if my Vlad clearly doesn't want to participate in the game, then there's nothing I can really do about it. I should be able to just Dragon here, because on this point, I have a lot of increased damage, and as you can see, my Q shreds this thing completely, so I can actually burst down the objective damage quite hard. Oh, you actually got that too? Wow. Fair enough. Well done, Johnny. I'm gonna focus the Sona first and then the Fizz. I have to respect it, man. I really have to respect it. Oh, I hit that. I'm gonna have to use my Rift Herald here. Don't really have much else of a choice, because any other thing I would not hit. I want to keep my Q active if I can here. There we go, perfect. Plant the E, flash on him, snare him, and then with my Q prep the entire time there, I should be good. This Rift Herald might allow me to finish bot turret in this situation, which would be great, because I did win the entire fight. I did lose the Smite on Dragon, which is fair play on Sejuani's end, but we should be able to finish turret pre-14 is what I'm hoping for here. That's very nice. Okay, good. I'm gonna take my reset here because I am quite rich. Don't have much mana. My entire jungle is up though, and I'm gonna have to start on bot side and clear up because the Rift Herald's gonna spawn in 1 minute something. Jiaksho. There he goes. Good. I'll take everything. That's fine. I'm gonna go to Gromp and then just full swipe up towards the Rift Herald, which should be good. Currently have done quite a significant amount for my team. Could have been a very convincing win if my Vladimir was just a normal human. But yeah, it is what it is. So this game might be a little bit of an issue potentially. They have some good scaling potentials, so we'll see how that turns out, I suppose. Please don't. Please. Dude, you... Don't do it, please. Just let me get the red buff set up for the team later on. This is actually cringe taking my red that early. Thank God. Like, she didn't go... Like, she should have gone bot lane because now she just lost the bot turret for no reason and she wanted to take my red buff. Which is just much worse because I actually still have great benefit of a red buff in this stage in the game and she really doesn't. So taking my red this early is just hard griefing, essentially. Especially considering I can get my stacks soon. So I can get Krugs here and then my red would spawn for the team actually. Which is just even worse. Yeah, 18 seconds on the Rift Herald, which is what I'm going to be playing for in this situation. Alright, before we continue with the rest of this video, I quickly wanted to mention that about 60% of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. It would be greatly appreciated if you would consider subscribing if you enjoy my content, which, if you are this far into the video, I assume you are. So yeah, that would be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Dude, this guy thinks I should have been the one defending bot lane. He's on drugs. If I defend bot lane there, I lose tremendous amounts of experience from all my camps. Plus, I'd lose a Rift Herald for it. That would be literally the worst play on the universe. It's not my fault that she griefed for a red buff instead of just walking bolt to defend tower. That is some delusional vision right there. Wow. Wait, he just dies here, no? I'm doing fine here. I really am. That's just a double kill for Darius. Okay, never mind. He walked back into me. Yeah, this is the Skarner thing, though. Like, at some point, you're so strong. Like, you're so tanky as well. You just keep spamming W in your Q. Q's AoE damage, right? So that's going to do a significant amount if they keep standing on top of you the entire time. I really should be recalling, honestly. Okay, we have the bot side camps up, which I do want to take. That's kind of what I was looking at here. So instead of taking my recall right now, I'm just going to take more of her camps. Really? And exhausted. Lovely stuff, man. I'm gonna have to walk into the bush here to survive, because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to do that. Oh, so close, man. I was one hit off. Like, everything they used there was just a little bit too much. Damn, that sucks. Thank you for the cleanup, Darius. My god, that was so close. If I would have spent my money there, I easily would have won, obviously, but man. The exhaust and like everything, they basically just used everything and barely got me. If I was able to get the final hit on the Lucian there, I would have killed the Sona as well. Yeah, I had to play in a much more defensive way than I would have liked because of the exhaust. If the exhaust wasn't used in that specific situation, there's nothing they would have been able to do against me, because that exhaust, I had to respect the time frame there with the exhaust, so I couldn't really do much about it. Still 2 minutes on Rift Herald is fine. I'm gonna initially walk towards Skull and Dragon here, because I just want to make sure I can get that. Initial focus on top, like getting that early double kill basically, was really good, because that just propelled Darius into a victory, so that's really nice there. Obviously, Vlad's still trolling, but hey. One troll's okay, right? As long as, like, I have a top laner, which I'm very happy about in this scenario, you know? She has 9 charges on her smite because I was able to take some of her camps consistently. I should, in this case, be able to just get the smite. If I lose it here, I'm just clearly trolling, basically. I'm just gonna ult you, honestly. Turn around at the last second, so she puts in a worse position. And finish him off. I'm gonna go for this guy here, because this is just a free kill. Just keep spamming Q. That's a lot of max HP damage. Perfect. I have an entire jungle rotation up now, so I can just go take that here as well. I currently do have to look at my gold here and see, because I have for 2 camps, I'm actually going to have enough money for the stone plate. So I'm going to go reset after wolves, because that's hitting me level 13, and I can use, after the reset, I can use the Rift Herald on mid probably to just get a push going, which should be fine, but it also allows me to pick up my stone plate. I think I should send the Herald bot lane. I think that makes more sense. I'm actually gonna do that. How long do I have? 21 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna just use it here. I'll take blue and then I'll walk down to red buff while this Rift Herald walks into the lane. That should be enough pressure. Obviously, Darius is doing very well here. So have a teammate that is not clueless. Because honestly, both Kai'Sa and Vlad are very clueless. I am not gonna lie. They are quite clueless. Sarah's playing okay. Flat shouldn't recall here, but he is going to. I have stone plate, so I'm actually not worried about the situation whatsoever. That's one kill. Gonna clear the wave and focus on the Rift Herald hitting turret and just ignore the singed. There's a minion here. Rift Herald's gonna bounce. It should allow me to just get the turret for free. Singed can't do anything. I wonder if I survive this, actually. Look at my damage output. It's really good. It's another one down. Oh, he hit that one. Okay. Flat is absolutely worthless. That's fire. He could have definitely done a lot more in that situation, but he just refused again, which is it's not unexpected, right? Like, we kind of knew he was going to do nothing, so it's fair enough. I was just kind of hoping. That's why I went for it. Is what it is, really. All right, so I'm taking mostly magic damage. It's Singed, Fizz, and Sejuani doing a lot of magic damage. So I'm going to go for an MR item now. The MR item I'm going with should be probably Spirit Visage. Makes the most sense here, I would say. Yeah, I'll go for Spirit Visage. That's fine. It's okay here. Walk out of base. We could just look for Baron. Obviously, my death there, maybe not the best, but did end up getting the Bolt Inhibitor, which is good. So now I just have to get the Rift Herald, or sorry, get the red buff here, and then hit level 14, and we could do Baron afterwards pretty easily, and that should just be gamed quite fast afterwards. Because if I just fight any team fight with my Darius, it's over. Quickly get the red. I'm just gonna start Baron. I'm actually just gonna go for it. I feel like this is fine. I can do it by myself for a long time as well, by the way. Skarner actually has, like, good survivability on this. Alright, Singe is gonna face check me, though. I mean, I could do this forever, as you can see. I have no issues doing this forever. But I don't know. Like, Singe can't stop me, right? Surely not. I think I'm fine. I'm just gonna finish Baron by myself, man. Nothing to worry about, really. Don't reset, don't reset, don't reset. My team is slightly trolling because it'd definitely be better to just rush the Baron down there. But I could solo it. Like, Skarner's potential, if you just have this thing, right? Your cooldown on Q is very low, does good amount of damage. You have your shield consistently very low cooldown as well to give you a tremendous amount of HP. So all of this does work very much in your favor. So you can easily solo Baron. Just takes a little while. But that was my only really relevant play in that situation. Because my team clearly was just not having it. I don't know why they don't just want to take a free Baron. But what can I say? Elo gap, I guess. She keeps using her plants on those things. And it's really annoying because that would have hit me level 15. But I also cannot smite the Scuttle, because if I smite the Scuttle in that scenario, I'll lose the objective here. Zyra's plants almost briefed it there, because Zyra's plants kept hitting Dragon, which means that the Dragon's obviously consistently losing HP. And in that situation, that can be very, very bad, because then the smite becomes potentially a 50-50. But in this situation, she only had she didn't have a full smite yet, because I've denied her so many camps. So it actually works in my favor there still to kind of force the Dragon down, which I realized a little bit later. So I have a 300 smite advantage, so she should never be able to win that. That's fine. It's good. It's just a death on his side. My team should be fine here. I don't think I can catch him. I might be able to catch him, actually. Good dash. That's good. Fair enough. Well done, Darius. And for the rest, I mean, I carried, obviously, for the rest of it. Giving Darius the early lead is also a good favor. Not bad. Finishing off the build here, I would just go Spirit Visage and probably a Thornmail, but maybe like Deadman's Blade could be considered, Randomans could be considered. Potentially even like a more aggressive item like Sterax is definitely considered, because Skarner has 141 base AD at level 18, I believe. Although that is pretty good. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like button below, and I will see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 28k damage, which is the second highest in the game and the highest in the team. Doing this amount of damage is obviously, like, we have a Vladimir here, we have a Darius here. Like Vlad especially, very good teamfight champion still. So no matter how useless he is or was in the initial stages, if he does get going, one good teamfight gives him a lot of damage. But I still outdamaged him, so for not really building any damage items, right? Because I only built Cleaver as a damage item, and the rest is just tank items. This is a lot of damage. Very, very solid amount of damage. Lucian did a respectable amount there. A true damage at 1700, just smite damage really. Objective damage here at 62.8, very crucial here. I pretty much had every objective. Obviously lost one smite to a 50-50 smite flip, which was not the best, but it happens. But still very, very good objective damage. Making sure that this is done, making sure I path and set up everything correctly into those things is very crucial. So yeah, not bad there. Healing done at 16.2. Damage taken at 27.4. We have self-mitigated damage at 57.6. This is just like the constant shield spam right alongside Jaksho and Stoneplate and everything. You just survive. So I took the most damage and dealt the most damage in this game. On my team at the very least. Obviously you have to also take into account damage taken on like Vladimir here, for example. It's kind of troll because the Vladimir inted a lot. So that's definitely a lot of damage gone to waste essentially. So that is something to think about there too. So yeah, not always the highest damage taken is the best thing you can have, of course. Depends on your death amount and yeah, all that. Gold earned at 14.4, the second highest behind Darius, who got more kills than me, so it makes sense that he does have more gold in general for like last hits and stuff like that. So for the runes here, Conqueror healed me for 1300, which is a lot. Synergizes quite nicely with Skarner's like entire kit essentially. Also the adaptive damage is really, really good. We have Triumph for 1400 HP. We have the Tenacity for, well, Tenacity. Last Stand, bonus damage on like closer fights. I'd rather have this than have Coup de Grace, because I'd rather do more damage in closer fights and win those than have a more of an advantage like on low HP targets, which you're generally gonna kill anyway, because as you saw, you don't really have any chance that you're really gonna be dying. Like they can hack in on you for quite a long time, and you're not really gonna be dying that frequently. Transcendence for the 10 flat ability haste you get from this. So, and then also the refund is nice, but it's not really that required because it doesn't provide much value, but the flat 10 does. So that's really good. And then water walking for additional mobility. But yeah, that's it for Skarner. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like button below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another one. Bye.